Hey y'all, welcome to the filling station. It has been an interesting day in the market, and let me just say that. But first, y'all, let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that, because y'all, we learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. So in this video, we're going to look at inside day candles. It kind of helps build a watch list, right? It kind of gives us a target. If we break this, then this is the possible target, or if we should, back to the downside under this level, this is our possible downside target. And I like to look at these at the end of the day from the daily chart, because it kind of gives me a good, for those that build a watch list. I normally trade the same every single day, Tesla being one of those and SPY being the other. Let me say that. But if you can find something, y'all, that you can study the pattern of it and trade that and learn the pattern, study it and trade it and study it a little bit more, right? I mean, that's just my preference, but whatever works best for you. So we're going to build us a watch list for those that, have a different trading strategy, and that's okay. That's how you trade. So the first one on the list today is Apple. No, American Airlines. Let's say that AAL. It's an inside day candle for today. And AAL normally moves 68 cents. It's not a really big mover. However, if that's something that you like to trade, if by chance we break above $11.45, we have an upside target of $11.58. Now, to the downside, under $11.20, we have a downside target of $11.09. AAL is an inside day candle. Let's see, BK is next on our list, and BK normally moves about $2.39. So if by chance we break above the $84.38, we have an upside target here of $84.48, not far away. Now back to the downside, under $83.15, we have a downside target of $82.17. So BK is on our list as an inside day candle. This is for tomorrow, which will be the 21st of March. So again, I will mark these levels. Again, not financial advice. Set your levels or your alerts. And once it goes against your why, get out. Live to trade another day. I say that often. So what's next on the list is CLF, or Cleveland Cliffs. If by chance we break above this $9.63, we have an upside target of $9.72. Now, back to the downside, under $9.26. We have a downside target here of $9.21. So CLF is an inside day candle. Next on the list is DAL, or Delta Airlines, and it normally moves about $2.97 per day. That is our ATR, and the ATR stands for the average true range that the stock normally moves on a daily basis. Let me say that. Now, if by chance we break above $47.42, we have an upside target for DAL, or Delta Airlines, at $48.03. Now, to the downside, under $46.54, we have a downside target of $45.93. So DAL is an inside day candle. Next on the list is Devon Energy, or DVN. It normally moves about $1.33 per day. Again, y'all, this could be in either direction. So if by chance we break above $36.32, we have an upside target, $36.45. Under $35.52, which will be under that 5 EMA. So that will be interesting to see Devon under that place. If we should break that, we have a downside target here of $35.24. Again, it moves $1.33 in either direction, right? So trade carefully. Ford, which is a very slow mover, but if that's something that's on your list, that's a trade. It is an inside day candle. It normally moves about 35 cents per day. Again, not a big mover, but if by chance we break above $10.15, we have $10.29 as the target. Now, to the downside, under $9.99, we have $9.94 as the target. Again, Ford is not a big mover. It normally moves about 35 cents per day. So if that's something that you like to trade, it is an inside day candle. GLD is also an inside day candle for tomorrow, which will be the 21st. Let me say that. So if by chance we break above, let's see, this level here of 280.89, we have an upside target of 281.48. Now back to the downside, under 279.41, we have a downside target of $278.98, and GLD normally moves $2.71. Again, y'all, that's in either direction. So GM is next on our list as an inside day candle. GM normally moves $2.14 per day. That is the ATR. Normally, let me say normally, right? So if by chance we break above $49.98, we have $50.21 as the target. Now to the downside, under $48.75, we have a downside target of $48.69 for GM. So that if that is something that you like to trade, it is an inside day candle. Those are the possible targets. Again, not financial advice. Google, GOOG, or Alphabet Inc. C is an inside day candle. It normally moves $5.48 per day. If by chance we break above this level of 166.88, we have an upside target of 168.11. Now back to the downside, under 163.16, we have a downside target of 163 for Google, GOOG, or Alphabet Inc. C. So if that's something that you like to trade, I would definitely mark those levels. And again, I say so often, y'all, not financial advice. Now we're looking at international paper, or IP. It is next on our list as an inside day candle. Normally it moves $1.82, and let's see where our levels are for IP. If by chance we break above $52.78, we have $53.14 as the target. Now to the downside, under $52.12, we have a downside target of $51.87. So IP is an inside day candle. IWM is an inside day candle, meaning if by chance we break above, let's see where that level is. If by chance we break above 207.33, we have an upside target 207.74. To the downside, under 204.22 gives us a downside target of 202.87. IWM normally moves $4.97, again in either direction. MDLZ is an inside day candle above $1.65. We have an upside, let's see, if by chance we break above 64.30, upside target 64.42. To the downside, under 63.56, we have a downside target of $63.46. So MDLZ is an inside day candle. Let's see, Meta is not, that's just on my list. Let's say MRK is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above, let's get that number, $95.16, we have $95.44 as the target. Now to the downside, under $93.65, we have a downside target here of $93.61. So that's not very far. $93.65 is the trigger to the downside. $93.61 is the target, and it normally moves $2.19. So if you trade MRK, again, it can move in either direction. It's just on the list as an inside day candle. Marvell, MRVL, is also an inside day candle. What's interesting is how we're moving sideways here. Is it ready for a breakout or break up to the upside, or are we going to continue declining or moving sideways? That's interesting, right? It normally moves about $5.56 per day, again in either direction. So if by chance we break above $7.21, we have an upside target of $7. Did I say $7? Let me rephrase that. If by chance for MRVL, if by chance we break above $71.21, we have $71.43 as the target. Now to the downside, under $68.59, downside target is $67.92. So if you trade MRVL, it is an inside day candle. Netflix, I really like Netflix. It kind of reminds me of how Tesla moves, because it has some really strong moves sometimes. So Netflix normally moves $40.04 per day. Again, y'all, that could be up or down in either direction. Now, if by chance we break above the level of $967.35, we have an upside target of $967.99. Now to the downside, under $945.30, downside target $923.25, and again it moves $40.04 per day. So if you trade Netflix in FLX, it is an inside day candle. So now we're going to get to some busy charts here because my SPY, Tesla, and NVIDIA are kind of congested, y'all, but these are some of the ones that I will watch, and I do that so often. These are the ones that I normally watch off, and trade often. So I try to keep my levels marked so that when I'm in the trade, I kind of want to know where my trouble places are, right? So let's see if we can get this. There we are. We're getting close. Okay, so NVIDIA is an inside day candle. Let's see if by chance we break above 120.25, upside target 120.50. Now to the downside, under 116.42, downside target 115.66. That is interesting, right? NVIDIA normally moves about $6.44 again in either direction. So if you're trading NVIDIA, it is on the list as an inside day candle. So QQQ is next on our list as an inside day candle, and if by chance we break above, let's see, this 480.481, and y'all, I do that so often. 480.481. If we break above that, 485.47 is the target. To the downside, under 476.15, downside target is 474.55. So if you trade the QQQ, it is an inside day candle. RUT is next on the list as an inside day candle. I like that it moves $46.95 per day. That is interesting, right? So if by chance, we break above the 2090.09 area, we have an upside target here at the 2092.25. Now we should break under the 2060.14. We have a downside target of 2051.08. Again, RUT moves normally about $46.95. It's kind of up there where Netflix is. And y'all know if you trade options, so it's a little bit cheaper on Friday. So, this could be an interesting day, right? So SMCI would not be an inside day. Y'all, please disregard my SPY chart that's about to load like now. I am definitely going to get this cleaned up sometime soon, but I kind of wanted to point out that guess what? The SPY is an inside day candle, and I still need to mark those levels either way. So if by chance we break above, let's say 570.57, we have an upside target for the SPY at 570.95. By chance we break under 562.60, downside target is here at the 561.63. And the SPY normally moves about $11.72. And for those that are saying, how in the world does she recognize those charts? I normally look at my 30-minute chart for most of mine. So there's a little bit better view for me when I'm normally looking to. That's how I would look at it. I can see it a little bit clearer now. So above 570.57, upside target here at 570.95. To the downside, under 562.60, downside target 561.63. So the SPY is on the list as an inside day candle. Those are the areas that I would mark. And again, I say so often, y'all, once it goes against your why, get out, live to trade another day, right? So we are now looking at SQQQ. It is an inside day candle above $37.46, gives us an upside target of $37.86. Now, to the downside, under $35.56, downside target for SQQQ today is $35.31. And let's go see. It normally moves $2.82 per day. It is an inside day candle. So T or AT&T is next on our list as an inside day candle. It normally moves about 82 cents per day. Again, not a big mover. However, if by chance we break above $26.94, upside target for T is $26.94. Not far, right? Just at the same place. However, if we should break to the downside under $26.69, downside target $26.44. So if you trade T, it is an inside day candle. UAL is next on our list, United Airlines, and it normally moves $5.59 per day. If by chance we break above $74.62, we have $75.94 as the target. Now to the downside, under $72.75, downside target $71.02. So if you trade UAL, it is an inside day candle. Keep in mind it normally moves at $5.59. Y'all, that could be in either direction. And what's last on our list today is Wells Fargo, or W WFC. Wells Fargo normally moves about $2.77. Again, I say it in either direction, right? If by chance we break above this level of $73.40, we have an upside target of $73.84. Now, to the downside, if by chance we break under $71.78 for WFC, downside target today is $70 or the 21st, let me say that the downside target is $70.83. So these are our inside day candles for the 21st. I am recording this a day before, so on the 21st, these are our inside day candles. These are just building our watch list. I normally say just mark your levels if this is something that you trade. Again, not financial advice. Set your alerts and, make sure you have other confirmation as to why you're entering the trade. And once it goes against your why, get out. Make sure you set your stop losses or, whatever it is that you choose to use. Make sure you have the discipline to execute your plan. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day. If you could please, again, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that, y'all, because we learn and we grow together. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.